To all our US viewers, your favourite UK-based craft channel is available on Roku. Simply search Hochanda Crafts in the channel listing and begin streaming. Don't forget, the price you see on screen is the price you pay, and not a cent more. We deliver directly to your door. Now that's service. Have you ever shopped with us at Hochanda before? We are the home of crafts, hobbies and arts, a shopping channel based in the UK that delivers worldwide. That's right, we ship to your door wherever you live. You can watch us online at hochanda.com, on our bespoke app available on iOS for Apple iPhone and iPads, and Android phone and tablets, Roku and through Facebook Live on Crafting with Hochanda USA. Did you know that for only $8.95 per item, you can have your crafty shopping delivered directly to your door within 7 days? When you see something you like demonstrated, head to our website or app, place your order, and within a few minutes your item will be on its way to you, directly to your door, usually within 7 days. Alternatively, call the number on screen, which is 272 200 0300. Remember, the price you see on screen is the price you pay. However, why don't you become a Freedom member? Thousands of you already benefit from exclusive members discounts, monthly newsletter, members badge, and not forgetting free shipping for the whole entire month. Purchase Freedom membership for just $19.99 per month and join thousands of crafters who are already members and leave the rest to us. Now that's service.
Price drop is something we do every single day at 7 a.m, 11 o'clock online only at craftpricedrop.com, and at 7 p.m. as well. Now, Craft Price Drop is a great show. Lots of brilliant brands, not just one or two, but loads of different brands give us products in Craft Price Drop that allow us to plunge the price. Now, we never know how low that price is going to go. I'll tell you about our first item in just a second, but one thing that you're going to have coming up in the show at some point during this hour is my presenter pick. Now you're going to get, and I know our John Lockwood is going to be hot on the heels of these. He's running out of his red liner tape, needs some massively. Well, we don't know exactly where the price is going to go, but we know it's going to go low. That's all I can tell you. Now we've actually got here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 reels of red liner tape. Now this is the super sticky stuff. This is the stuff you can use for frames. This is the stuff you can use for construction. So this is going to be my star buy. We've got quite a large quantity of them available, and it's going to go low, but where it goes is all down to you, because if we show you the details on the screen, I'll explain how it works. Okay. First things first, we get the item number on the screen. We get beneath the item number the description. So here it comes. So this is our first item in the show, which is from Spellbinders, okay? Now these are our Spellbinders Nestabilities pumpkin circles. 4 nesting circles to make wonderful frames. Now they should be $23.04, and the price underneath that should be price is still at the moment $23.04. But it's that white box that will start to move and change. That's where that price starts to drop. It can trickle, it can plummet, it can halve, it can do all sorts of weird, wonderful things. But the thing is, it keeps going down, because that's what Craft Price Drop's all about. The price is dropping, but where will it go? Now underneath that price, at some point, Ross, who's producing tonight, at some point will show you how many items we've actually got in the auction. Now, when that quantity gets to 0, that's when the price in the white box is locked. Everyone pays the final locked price, plus the P&P if they're not a Freedom Club member. Let's get a plummet going straight away to show you the sort of thing that we do here. Arrows flash, prices crash. That's what you look for. Here we go. At $19.99, we've taken £3.05 off. That's what we do. But as soon as you know you want it, that's the key. Get in, put it in your basket and check out. Website first, hochanda.com. That's the easiest way to put them in your basket, check out, and then that means you're in the auction. But only put it in your basket and check out when the auction's live, like this one is right now. So these are the pumpkin dies. Now, when you look at them, they just look like ordinary nesting dies with maybe a slightly ornate circular pattern to them. But if you get in close, you can see, if I show you these boards, you can see that the actual circles on the doily are little mini pumpkins. How cute are they? Now, there could be tomatoes. If you put red cardstock behind it, it will look like a tomato. Put orange cardstock behind it, it would look like a pumpkin. Or it's just, at the end of the day, a lovely pattern. You can actually thread ribbon through those apertures very easily. So even when pumpkins aren't necessarily appropriate, when it's not Halloween or whatever, you can use them in lots of different ways. They could also be a fruit, I suppose. They could be apple. If you make them green, yeah, they could be red apples, green apples, or they could be tomatoes. They could be really whatever you wanted them to be, depending on the colour that you actually put behind them. £19.37. Now, the whole idea behind these are that they will create lovely frames, or they'll mat and layer into each other beautifully because they go down in equal size gradients, down to the smallest one in the centre. £19.21. Let's get that price going even lower. We're looking at $23.04 for 4 dies from Spellbinders normally. This is craft price drop, so watch that price go. We're nearly half price. We're about 40 to 45% off the price. $12.96, less than £13. And remember, if you're a Freedom Club member, that's a delivered price. No $4.95 for P&P for you if you are in the Freedom Club. And we have 18 sets of these dies at the moment. 18, hopefully enough for you. But remember, now's the key. If you're sitting there thinking, oh, I like those, I'll get them in a minute or two. I'll just go and put the kettle on, come back later. That's when you miss out, because you've got to have them in your basket and checked out. And these have not been on air before. These are brand new to us today at Craft Price Drop. The pumpkin nesting circles, which could be tomatoes, they could be oranges, they could be, obviously pumpkins, yes. They could be really whatever you wanted them to be. Apples, tomatoes, whatever. £9.87, you've got £14 off the price. Nearly £14 off just by tuning in tonight and seeing Craft Price Drop. 4 left. Oh no, 15 left, sorry. 4 dies in there, 15 left at £9.87. If I turn them around for you so you can see them, they're really good quality, as all Spellbinders dies are. They nest into each other beautifully well. If you want to put ribbon through them, if you're not thinking, well, you know, pumpkins aren't really appropriate for what I'm thinking, but I need something I can slide some satin ribbon through or something like that, perfect for that, not a problem. And they're brand new to Craft Price Drop today. 11 chances to get into this auction right here, right now from Spellbinders. If you want to do it on the phone, of course you can do that, not a problem. 01733 797 100 will get you through to our Craft Price Drop operators above my head, just above the studio. They'll take your call and make sure you're in the auction. But it's when you do that, you've got to hope you haven't got a queue on the phones. If there is a queue on the phones, that's when you can sometimes miss out if you're not answered in time. 10 left. £9 for 4 Spellbinders dies. Just think of them as beautiful round dies, the shape of which is just a circular aperture. That's what it looks like from that distance away. But when you get in close, you can see it is a fruit of some kind. Pumpkin, yeah. Apple possibly, tomato possibly, and oranges possibly. £9. We surely can't go much lower than this. £9, £14 and 4 pence off the price, with 5 chances to get into this auction. Every time someone checks out, remember, that takes the availability down by 1. When that availability reaches 0, the auction is closed. The price is locked. Everybody pays the final low price on their credit or their debit card. 2 remaining. We're moving on in a second. Who's going to get the last one? Give you a name check if it's you. Are you taking it to 0? Are you checking out right now? £9? For 1 lucky person, 1 remaining. Lorraine, it's gone to you. Congratulations.
Price lock.
Thank you, Lorraine. You closed the auction for everybody. Everybody confirmed pays the final low price. You're not paying what you should be. You're paying that low, low price of just £9. OK, now something that everybody will want. Now, obviously, not everybody's into pumpkins. We appreciate that. But everybody needs cardstock. Everybody loves the idea of vellum as well, coloured vellum at that too. So this is our assorted card and vellum collection. 60 sheets of A4, 240 GSM linen cards, and 20 sheets of assorted vellum as well. Now the vellums, as you can probably see here, are square. I don't know if we've got a size for these or not. Let's see if we can find. It's got to be about 8 by 8 or 10 by 10, something like that. It doesn't say. Have we got a ruler, Ben, around? Sorry. See if I can measure them for you. But you can cut them down really to whatever size you wish. But this is gorgeous quality vellum. It has a translucency to it, but it's quite unusual to see coloured vellum like this. You've got the red, you've got the pink, you've got the lime green, you've then got the blush pink, and you've then got your more kind of traditional creamy colour as well. Ben to the rescue. Cheers, Ben. There we go, look, it's got the ruler for us. Let's have a little measure. In inches, we are looking at, okay, 9 inches square, 9 by 9, and in centimetres, that's 23 centimetres square. Cheers, Ben. So that's the size of them. You get 20 sheets of the vellum, and you then get 60 sheets of the linen cardstock. Now this is, again, a mixture of pink and blue, which will kind of coordinate very nicely with the vellums as well. Now this should be, and is starting life at a value of £29.99. That's what anyone who's retailing this would charge you. That's what you should be paying, £29.99. For 60 sheets of A4 cardstock, 20 sheets of quality assorted vellum. Oh no, the arrows flash, watch that price go. Here we go, watch the arrows and watch that white box. That bulging white box there is telling you you're only paying £18.64. That is a saving of £11 off the price, nearly 40% off the price this evening. And it's gorgeous quality as well. The cardstock is lovely quality. It is the same colour on the reverse as it is on the back. You've also got, we've got them around the wrong way actually to show you, but if I just tilt them that way, there we go, look at that. You can see hopefully the texture, which is a subtle linen texture. Plain on the back, linen texture on the front, but you're going to get 30 sheets of the blue, you're going to get 30 sheets of the pink, and they're 240 GSM. So possibly you can make boxes out of these, I would think so, not a problem. But certainly as card blanks, I reckon you could easily get a good quality card blank out of this. If I just score one of these in half, or fold it in half, so that the linen side is on show, just to prove that you can make a quality card blank out of this if you wanted to. Yeah, not a problem. Strong enough and stiff enough to stand up when it's folded. So there we go. £29.99. Oh, no, not here. At Craft Price Drop, we plummet those prices. We're taking that down now to £14.02. Better than half price. Half price would be what? 15 quid, wouldn't it? So we're a pound better than half price. For something you'll use again and again. Maybe you've got baby cards to make. It's a boy, it's a girl. Boy, pink, perfect. Problem solved for that. Maybe you're going to use your die cuts with it as well. Maybe die cut some prams or some babies' dummies, that sort of thing, out of this cardstock. And then we've, of course, got the vellum there as well, which is lovely to have. That, to me, screams Valentine's. It really does. Valentine's red. A month today, Valentine's Day. There's that lovely bright pink. Where's the year going already? We're 2 weeks in. What's going on? The green, the fantastic baby pink, and then you've got, of course, the classic cream vellum there as well. 9 by 9 inches and A4 for the cardstock, and we're down to below half price on something that everyone will use. How low can we go? How much can we take off of this, I wonder? Put it in now. Put it in your basket now, check out now. That confirms you will pay the final low price wherever that ends up. At the moment it's £12.07. I don't think you'll be paying that because we've still got 11 sets of this cardstock and vellum left. So the chances are the price will go down a bit more. Will it plummet again or will it just trickle a few more pence? I don't know. If it stays where it is, it's a great deal. 10.07 with 10 sets of the cardstock and vellum in stock for you to enjoy right now. We'll get them to your door in the next few days. Maybe you've looked into your card stash recently and thought, I'm kind of lacking in vellum. I haven't got much parchment. I haven't got much cardstock in pink and blue. Well, here's your chance. Stock up right now. Maybe you've got lots of bold, bright colours, but the pastel shades, maybe you haven't got as much of. But if you are making or making cards with a baby theme, these are perfect colour combinations, aren't they? £12.04. With 7 sets left. We'll deliver it without postage, remember, if you're a Freedom Club member. Join Freedom if you want to avoid paying P&P. Freedom Club is 88888 if you're in the UK. £6.97 is the price if you're not. If you're in Europe and you want to join Freedom, it's €14.97. If you're in America and you'd like Freedom membership, it's $19.99, and that takes care of your postage and shipping and handling as well. These are some of the people that are in. Patricia. Joan in Mould, she's a Freedom member. Not everyone is. Hello to Susan in Stanmore. Hi, Susan, you're back. Perline in London, you're in, and you're a Freedom member as well. Gillian in Redcar, you're in for this. It's just a great bulk standard must-have add to your crafty stash, isn't it? And when it's at a brilliant price like this, saving you £17, and you're only spending 12, we've got 2 left now. At £12.02, is that going to be the final price? I'll give it a little tickle, see if I can take any more of it. A penny. A tickle? A penny for a tickle? Oh, come on. It's got to be worth more than that. Another penny. I've lost my touch tonight, sorry, I tried. Okay, a flat £12, is that the final price? One left then, £12 saves you £18, doesn't it? Good luck, I hope you get the last one. Anne, you got the last one?
Price lock.
Congratulations, Anne, and everybody else in that auction. That was a popular one. All those wonderful vellum sheets and cardstock sheets on the way to you. Now, of course, John is here with the one-day special a little bit later on. What we've got now for you, though, if you love your stamps and you love creative expressions, you're going to be in your element with these stamps that are here today. These are fantastic. They really, really are. Now, you've got all 3 sets. They should be £36. £12 a set. Now, these are designed by Creative Expressions' lovely Lisa Horton. We love Lisa. Now, what have we got? Let's have a little look in close-up at these. We've got the Bloom to start off with. Love these. Quite retro, well, I say retro, more kind of swinging 60s, I'd say. Flower power. Dotty About You, Bloom While You're Planted. Why not? You've got the leaves there as well. You can have a lot of fun with colour with those, definitely. Then in the middle, Everybody Loves a Butterfly. And let's see what you've got, the little verses there as well. You make me happy, smile, laugh, wish you all the things beautiful, believe. So you can kind of make your own verses and phrases with these. You've even got a little splats down the bottom there. They are real fun to play with, the little splats. A little bit rebellious, but they're good fun. And you've got all these different butterflies, some that are kind of shot from the side, some that are shot from above, some in flight. You've got dragonflies on there as well, but there's loads and loads and loads of stamps in there. Again, designed by Lisa Horton. And then the other set just down here with, again, Valentine's on our minds maybe in the next few weeks. A lot of love going on here. Now, these are hearts with texture. Hearts that are designed to look a little bit grungy, look a little bit distressed. All you need is art. All you need is heart. You're in my heart. From the heart always. Heart you. They're cool though, aren't they? And you've got all these different textures that you've got there, whether you're embossing with them, inking them, or whatever you're doing with them, it's entirely up to you. Whether you're stamping them and cutting them out, making them into little heart banners. Maybe you can have, I don't know, like a little heart bunting strip above the dining table when you have a romantic dinner in a month's time. Hearts are just appropriate all year round as well, aren't they? But they kind of come into their own in about 4 weeks. £24, we've knocked £12 off the price, a third off. So we've literally knocked off the cost of one of these sets. One of them is now a bonus. You're not paying for one of them. Which one's going to be your freebie? Which one would you like to be your freebie? You're getting 3 sets, you're only paying for 2 at the moment, but we've not put the quantity on the screen, so there's every likelihood this is going to go down lower. I don't know how. I never look at quantities. I never look at, well, I don't know where the price is going to go. It depends on when we get to 0 quantity. So it's all a little bit on a wing and a prayer when it comes to craft price drop, which is what I think people like. And say hello, by the way, if you're watching us on Facebook or interacting on Facebook this evening. Heather's there, Sarah's there, Cheryl's there, Nancy's there. Sorry we didn't have one this morning, by the way. Little technical glitch, but we'll be back as normal live tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Leonie will be here. Yeah, we will be here live at 7 a.m. Leonie will be here with Craft Price Drop at 7. Sometimes when we do about double-hander, she kind of makes an entrance 5 minutes after, but not often. Bless her. She'll be here tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. 7 a.m., 7 p.m. every day, and, of course, online at 11 o'clock, craftpricedrop.com. Right, we're even going below the cost of 2 sets of these. How much lower can we go? £36 they're worth. They're now under 20 quid. £19.62. You're paying less than what you should do for 2 sets. You're paying £12 for one and £7.62 for the other, and the other one's free. How about that? And there's no cutting with these at all, no trimming. Let me just turn that one that you're looking at round so you can see. There we are. They're really wonderfully produced. And Lisa's got a great eye for design, she really has. I mean, this one here, you could do that dandelion clocks for those, couldn't you? That style. It could also be a pinwheel if you wanted it to be. Bloom where you're planted. Have you ever been planted? I haven't been planted. I don't think I have. Would I bloom if I did? Probably not. Probably rot. £36 they should be. £17.99 under half price. So that works out now to £6 a set. And there should be 12. Bloom where you're planted. Got me thinking that. Or bloom where you're happy. Yeah, but mix them up a bit. Dotty About You. And you can mix the fonts and all of that. That's quite a cool thing to do these days. Lots of people mix the letters and fonts and it looks really funky. All you need is answers on a postcard. Da, 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 da. £36. We're going down lower. You were singing, weren't you? Yeah. Okay. The arrow stopped flashing. The prices have crashed. £14.03, £12 nearly off the price. No, actually, £22 off the price. Do the maths, Bradford. £22 off the price. You want these? Remember, I know lots of you are regulars, and I know I'm preaching to the converted, but if you are new, you're thinking, well, what do I do? I want them, but how do I get them? You can phone us, better still though, hochanda.com, on your smartphone, on your tablet, on your PC, on your laptop. Pop them in your basket as if you're buying them normally at the full price. You'll only be charged provided you check out the final low price, but only do it when the auction's live. Don't do the next one until we get to it, because otherwise you'll be charged the high price. 14 quid. Around £14, the quantity's on the screen. We've only got 14 sets left. Lisa Horton stamps. Get them while they're going at this price. They prove popular at full price, and they're worth every penny of the full price, any day of the week. 13 left. 12 left. 11. Going fast. And look at the detail in these butterflies. I mean, they really are quite phenomenal. And I always think butterflies are really good value because there's no rules with butterflies. You can't just put one colour there and one colour there. You can put a rainbow of colours wherever you like and it's always going to look good. But the detail in them, lovely. You've got little kind of dotty textures as well. So a little bit grungy maybe. And that's just a little distressed splat. You've got another little splat down the bottom there. And they just make wonderful backgrounds. Just make everything a little bit more interesting. Actually, the butterflies have got splats on them. I just realised that. I didn't see that before. Yeah. Lovely. So it's a little bit more of a kind of a grungy butterfly set. You make me happy with the butterflies. Bloom where you're planted. Dotty about you. Love always. £13.92. Now, these are some of the bidders that are in. Here comes Freedom member Dawn in Biggleswade. Hello, Dawn. Evening. Alison in Walsall, you're in as well. Freedom member Dawn in Biggleswade. Patricia in Retford, you're in as well. I love reading out all of these names because a lot of the places, a lot of them I've heard of, but some of them I haven't. Chester, yes or no. Hello, Margaret. Gillian in Redcar, never been there, but I've heard of it. Anonymous in Wakefield. Now, that could mean that you're not a Freedom member. And if that's the case, it could mean that you'll have to pay the £4.95 P&P, which you may not mind, but if you're a Freedom member, you don't pay it. One left at £13.88. Is that going to be the final price, or can I tickle another penny? No, it's gone. Paula, you've got the last one.
Price lock.
You got in there just in the nick of time, Paula, and you closed the auction for everybody else, meaning that everybody pays the final low price of £13.88. Right, now, card kits. We've not had card kits in the show until now. This is lovely. If ever you look at a blank sheet and you think, I've got to make a card for someone, I don't really know what to do, I want to do something different that's going to make them go, wow, that's unusual, but where do I start? I'm not into origami, I'm no good at construction and paper engineering, I haven't got a clue about all that stuff. That's where Ready come in. Ready Creative are brilliant because what they're giving you is a complete card kit. Enough here to make 12 cards. So it shows you on the packaging exactly what those cards can look like, but then, if you turn it around to the back, it shows you how they work, because these are no ordinary cards. These are what they call twist and fold cards, and they've got lots and lots of printed elements to them. So you've got things like flowers, you've got wine glasses, gents' shoes for masculine cards, you've got babies, blue and pink for little boys and girls, you've got your flowers there as well, your tulips and your lilies, that sort of thing. So all of these elements are there for you to cut out. All of them have been printed exactly the right size they need to be. And here you've got backing papers as well, which mean you can decorate the card blanks with them too, in all these different colours. But these are the mechanisms. Now you look at them and you think, well, what do they do then? Well, they've all been cut, they've all been scored where you need to bend them and that sort of thing and crease them. So you don't have to worry about anything like that. You've got the central part of the pop-up that has also been scored in the centre as well. So all of the elements have been pre-cut, pre-scored for you. All you've got to do is follow the instructions in the kit to put them together, to glue them together. What happens then is, when you've done that, this is one of your cards. So it's rather lovely. You've got an image of a little baby on the front that you've cut out from the sheets. You've got the backing papers as well, which you've cut out. But look, when you put them together, what actually happens. How cool is that? That's a twist and fold card. Now, if you and I sat down with strips of A4 card and had to cut it and score it and mark it and fold it so that it worked like this, I would never in a million years have a clue where to begin. It would be a disaster. But Ready have done all the hard work for you. They show you in the instructions exactly how to put these elements together, where to join them together, and you've got enough, remember here, to make 12 cards in total. So all of this has been done. And you even get the envelopes to put your card in as well. You can make 12 of these fold and twist cards for just £47.99. That is the price you should be paying. So they're around about £4 each, I think. Yeah, about £4, £3.99 per card. This is Craft Price Drop, not £3.99. How about less than £2 a card? £1.99 a card for cards that you probably sell for double that, if not more. And the themes that you've got, by the way, as well, have a little look at these themes, because that's an important thing. Who do you make cards for? You've got romantic flowers, you've got little babies, you've got the glass of wine, you've got, going below, you've got romantic hearts, maybe for weddings and civil partnerships, that sort of thing. You've got romantic ladies of a certain era. You've got a little goblet down there. That could be a sympathy card, or maybe not sympathy card, but maybe communion, that sort of thing. You've got flowers, all of that. And then, of course, it shows you on the back what the cards actually become when they open out. And no one will expect that to happen. But all the instructions, all the step-by-step instructions are included on the sheet. So you know exactly what to score, mountains, valleys, which one goes in, which one goes up, that sort of thing, and how to actually stick the whole thing together so that when you open up the card, the whole thing just literally twists and opens. Okay, let's do another plummet. You can see the arrows, you can hear the music. Let's get it going. Let's watch that price go right down to £12, from 48 to 12. That's 75% off the price. 3/4 off, just like that, making them £1 a card. And all the engineering that's gone into this, you even get your little round adhesive pads as well. Or are they like touch fastening pads? I think they are, you know. Yeah, they are touch fastening pads. So they're like little Velcro dots. Yeah. Oh, cool. They're in there. Fabulous. So it helps to keep the card together. So obviously, if you wanted it to be nice and flat and neat for posting, obviously it's got a little bit of a spring to it because it's a twist and fold card. Just put the dots, the touch fastening dots, one at one end, one at the other, and it'll keep it nice and flat for you to go in the envelope. Envelope's included too. All the papers are included. All these elements that you can cut out, and Ready produce some amazing quality images, amazing artwork, all at exactly the right size. All you need are scissors, a trimmer, a guillotine, or a craft knife. It's up to you what you use. We've already taken 3/4 off the price. We're going down even lower. How on earth can we do this? 87 pence a card we're at now. Crazy, crazy, crazy times. Very much so. £10.50 down from nearly £48. If that is not too good to miss, I don't know what is. If you've never used Ready before, they are I think they're German, or are they Norwegian, Dutch? I think they're German actually. Let me just double check. Yes, Germany. They are German. They're a German company, and they specialise in kits like this. They've got wonderfully skilled engineers that do all the measurements and all the kind of origami and the paper folding and the card creasing and all of that, so that you can put it all together, take the glory, enjoy and have the fun of making the cards as well. But if you want to sell, that's absolutely fine. You can make to sell if you wish. £47.99. Flashing arrows means happy punters. You're happy, you're watching, and you're happy, I'm sure, you're getting them for under a £10 note. Loads of you coming in for this. These are some of the people that are in. You can buy multiples. You can have more if you want. If you want 2, 3, 4 sets at this sort of price, thinking these are just too good to miss out on, all of these people are in, and more besides as well. We've only got a few of you putting your names on the bottom of the screen there. Well, you don't do that, we do that. 01733 797 100 will get you through to the operator if you want to put your name into the hat so that you pay the final price as well. The operator can do that for you now if you're quick. They'll answer your call quickly if you're quick, because there's 17 sets left. If you buy 2 now, you'll take it to 15. Someone's just taken 1, down to 16. £9.76 is all we're asking for something that should be nearly £50. Twist and fold cards for special occasions. And I do love the fact that you can decorate them however you want. Obviously, you've got the elements here which lend themselves to the cardstock itself. It's all been printed to match size-wise with the cardstock, but there's nothing stopping you using your own cardstock at home. And your own papers at home if you want to. If you want to use some of Barbara Gray's fantastic designer papers or designer parchments, you can decorate these cards with those as well. You don't have to stick to what's in the kit. You've got all the mechanisms, you've got all the workings, so if you wanted to do like a clarity version of this with miniature parchment that just popped out, how brilliant would that be? You don't have to keep it with the ready. You can keep the mechanisms and use your own ideas if you want to. 9 left. 9 left. Now 8 left at £9.63, under £10 and no postage if you're a Freedom Club member. Delivered for that price, and it's still going down. How on earth can we do this? My star buy is coming up. My presenter pick is coming up in a second. For those of you that want the sticky stuff, John Lockwood is at the ready. He's got his finger poised on the phone or on his tablet or his iPad or whatever he's got. Or yeah, he's going to want the adhesive that's coming up in a minute. He knows the price is going to go low. Where is it going to go exactly? I'll show you in a minute. 3 left, 2 left now. £9.61 on craft price drop tonight. Are you going to be lucky to get the last one of these at less than £10? No guarantee you can get them back again. Who's going to get the last one? Who's it going to be? Making 12 cards for less than £1 each. Geraldine, you've closed the auction. You've got it.
Price lock.
Confirmed. Everyone pays the final low price. You've got Geraldine to thank you for closing the auction at £9.61. Has anyone paid postage tonight, Ross? Up for you. Peter from Cardiff, I think you've paid postage on one of the auctions earlier on. Not the end of the world, I know, but at £4.95 you might think, well, you know what? For just a couple of pounds more, I can be a Freedom member, and I don't have to even think about postage for a whole month from now. So from now until Valentine's Day, no matter what you buy from us on Craft Price Drop or on Hochanda shows, you won't pay a penny P&P. That I like. Just £6.97, 888 is your item number. Look! Ta-da! Dave's choice. Now, this was a no-brainer for me. I had to put this as my choice because I was looking at everything that was on the show, and there's lots of lovely things in the show, but when it comes to putting things together, sticking things, building things, every crafter I know, without exception, relies on the red double-sided tape. The high performance, what would we call it? We often call it the red super liner tape, don't we? Or red liner super tape, whatever. Basically, it's the red sticky tape that is so incredibly strong. It can hold frames together. If you're liking the idea of the one-day special, that's coming up with John a bit later on in the next hour. More on that later on, though. But if you like the idea of matting and layering, if you like the idea of construction, box making, anything like that, you need to have double-sided tape that is going to be really durable and really strong. Now you've actually got 12mm 5 meters and 9mm 5 meters, so you've actually got a total of 10 meters. Is that right? No, hang on, 12. So hang on, they're 5 meters each, so there's 12 of them, so that's 60 meters of adhesive tape. That's what you've got. 60 meters of adhesive tape, that's a lot, that's 60 of them. That's a lot. So you've got your 6mm, oh hang on, 12mm and 9mm, sorry, 12mm and 9mm. Now that relates to the width. So there's your 12mm, there is your 9mm. You're getting 12 reels in total, 60 meters of the red liner super sticky stuff that we always talk about. It's now a star on Craft Price Drop tonight. Now we haven't even moved the price yet, but there are an awful lot of you coming in and putting them in your basket. Before we even do a plummet, before we even move that price, there's loads of you putting them in your basket right now. Now's the time to take advantage of something like this. Here we go, £19.90, £10 off, just like that. If it stayed there, you'd be happy. Because you don't find the red super sticky tape very often reduced. It's one of those must-have essentials that every crafter needs in their tote bag. Every crafter needs on their craft table. And it's, remember, red, so it stands out. One word of warning, obviously you hear lots of craft demonstrators talk about this. The red, when you peel it back, is very static. So it does tend to stick to your skin a little bit, but not in a sticky way, just in a static way. So it's going to give you such an incredible adhesion, it really, really is. When you want something to be made that's going to last, and it's not going to just kind of ping off and open up when you least expect it, that's what this tape is all about. You can charge, I don't know, I've never bought this tape singularly, but I can imagine it will be £3, $2.99, $2.50 minimum, I would have thought, for a roll of that. At the moment, it is £1.65 a roll, because you're getting 12 rolls for $19.90. But we're not stopping there. That's our first plummet, £10 off. This is Dave's Choice. You know it has to be a really amazing deal. I don't know exactly where it's going to go. I know roughly which direction, well, I know which direction it's going, that way. But I don't know exactly where the price will end up, because it all depends on when you take it to zero availability. And we've got quite a quantity of this available too. Stack it up in your craft room. Put it on a doweling maybe, if you want to, just where you're sat. Put it on a doweling rod so you can just easily access it. You get 6 of the 9mm, 6 of the 12mm, and it's just the best stuff. This is what John wanted to go off and order, and I'm sure he's right now putting it in his basket and checking out at our website, hochanda.com, or he's maybe having a chat to the call centre, I don't know. But either way, he's wanting this. He and you and everyone will pay the final low price, wherever that may be. Will it go below £15? I don't know. It's great at the moment at £16.75. So it's not quite half price. £1.39 a roll for the Redliner Super Sticky, 5 metres on each reel. That's a lot of high-tack tape. It is strong, it's great quality. Every crafter I know uses it, whether it's Jodie Tonic, whether it's Dawn Bibby, whether it's John, whether it's Lisa Horton, whatever or whoever they are, male, female, everyone needs this tape at some point during their crafting day. Okay, the quantity, I'm pleased to tell you, because we've got lots of people with them already in their basket, is quite a good quantity. Got 40, 39 now. But the rate that this is being put into your basket is pretty scary. It's going down fast. Lots of you putting more than one in. You can have 2, 3, 4, 5 if you want. It's entirely up to you. Have as many as you like. If you always run out of this stuff in the middle of an important project, there's nothing worse. Buy in bulk, save in bulk. Arrows flash? Where's that price crashing to? $14.99, nearly half price, bar a few pence. You're looking at half price on this. John will be happy. You, I'm sure, equally will be happy. Think about it. What would you normally pay in a craft store near you for that amount of the Super Sticky tape? 12 reels for $14.99. That's about £1.20 something? 124. 124 a roll. Okay, the 9mm would be slightly less than 12mm in cost, but let's just split it even, it's easier. Busy phones. Wow, there are loads of you. I've just been told how many of you are on the phones. This is just a snapshot of some of them. Deborah in Reading. Hello, Deborah. Cynthia in Birmingham. Sandra in Newton Abbot. Lynn in Great Yarmouth. You're all Freedom members as well. No one is paying postage at the moment. If you're on the screen and you're a Freedom member, you're not paying P&P of $4.95. Why should you? Don't have to. Freedom members never pay postage. It's all included in the membership. Peter in Cardiff. Hello, Peter. Christopher in Watchet. Some guys watching this evening as well. Annie in Liverpool St Anne's. Hi, Annie. Margaret in Helsham. You're in as well. Brenda in Upminster. All wanting the red sticky stuff. Okay, we are dropping it to its lowest ever price. Ross, my producer, does that a lot. Okay. $14.40, below half price. It's never been this low before. This is why it's my choice, Dave's choice. That's why they've lowered it to that price, because it's a special pick for the hour. It has to stand out as being just exceptional, an opportunity that's too good to miss out on. I would be tempted, rather than stacking them on top of each other, because sometimes they do have a tendency to stick together, I'd just put them on a doweling or something like that, or maybe an old kitchen roll holder or something like that, so that they could just easily just swing from side to side, and then they'll just be there ready for you to peel off as much as you like or as little as you need. You'd be absolutely very surprised actually how little you need of this stuff. It is super duper strong. 14 left. Dozens and dozens and dozens of you, more than that actually, have already got these in your basket and you've checked out. That's the secret. If it's now down to single figures, you need to put it in your basket and check out. You will not be debited with your debit card or credit card until the price is frozen, and then you'll be charged the final low price, as everyone will be. No one will be paying more than $14.40 at the moment. Everyone will pay that final low price, and those who aren't Freedom members will pay the P&P of $4.95. 3 left. 2 remaining. We had loads of those. Janet, you were the last one in, and you've closed that auction.
Price lock.
Wow. Over 80 of you came in for that. Not surprisingly, what's the biggest reaction we've had of the night, and quite rightly too, actually. When you see, all of that super liner, red line. What do they call it? Is it super liner, red sticky tape? I can't remember what they call it now. Red liner, super sticky tape. I think that's it. Red liner, super sticky tape. Right. Most popular auction of the night so far, I do believe. Right. Let's have a little look at our next one. Take a little look at. This is from Perfect Occasions. Now, they bring us fabrics quite often, and we've got over a metre square, actually. It's a metre by a metre, well, 112 centimetres, just over a metre by a metre. And you've got 3 of them, 100% cotton. You've got a price of, at the moment, £21. Now, whenever I see fabric, my mind goes into kind of overdrive. What can I make, or what would I make with these? Would it be pinnies? Would it be waistcoats? Would it be cushion covers? Would it be table mats? All the above, I think, in actual fact. These dotty ones, they make fantastic, funky placemats on a dining table or a kitchen table, wouldn't it? If you've got modern furniture, that would be really quite striking. Maybe a breakfast bar or something like that. But let me just show you how big this is, because they're all the same size. If I open this up, there you go, look. That's a lot of fabric. Let me do it that way. There we are, look. That's 112 width by a metre in length. That's a lot. That's a lot of placemats. That's a lot of, maybe it's things to wear. Maybe you're making them into scarves. Maybe you're making them into little pinnies for the kitchen. You can do all sorts with them. Love the colours. That turquoise and the pink, that's a great combination like that. And then the same colour combination is followed on here in this one. So rather than being dots like that, you've actually got them as little flowers that look like dots from a distance, but when you get close, you can see they're scalloped petals, and they're in the pink and the blue. So that all works together very nicely. Thank you very much. What about patchwork quilts or a throw to keep your legs warm on these cold winter evenings? That would be funky, or actually perfect for things for spring. Lovely spring colours. So maybe you've got some garden furniture. Maybe the seat pads on the garden furniture have looked a bit tired for a while, or you want some cushions for the outside furniture that you're about to order in the sale. It could be for a young baby's room. It could be for a kid's room, because it's bright and it's funky, it's cheerful. Scatter cushions on the bed. Whatever you want to do with them, it's entirely up to you. But you're going to get 3 1 metres by 112 width. At the moment, they are £7 per piece of cotton. 21. Now, loads of you are in already. Now, remember, the thing with craft price drop is it is not going to stay there. You know that price is going to plummet at some point in there. Now, whether it's going to go down by £2, £10, £20, we never know. It's all down to Ross, our producer. He's got an idea where it's going to go, but where it ends is all down to you. He cannot control how quickly you put things in your basket and check out. That's down to you. So if you put 19 in your basket now, because you've got a big project, massive quilts, then you've taken it to 0, and that's it, auction over at 12:47. But you're more than likely going to want 1 or maybe 2 of these. So maybe another minute or 2 we'll have before it gets to 0. £4.15 per piece of fabric, per piece of cotton. £12.47. So you're looking at a saving at the moment of about £8.50 off the price, I think, if my maths is right. 15 left. £8.50 off. Let's take it even lower. Okay, 14 remaining. That price, ignore it. It's not going to be anywhere near that, I don't think. We're taking it even lower, below £11. £10.99. And we've got 11 of these left. They're lovely colours. You've got the dots in the blue and the pink, and you've got the same blue and pink, but in the flowers, almost like smiling faces. Really cheerful, really bright, and they all work together very well. We only show you colours that work together. Perfect Occasions only select colours that work together. Otherwise, what's the point in showing them to you? Going very fast now. Hochanda.com to get in before we go to 0. That's the easiest and quickest way. Pop it in your basket, check out. That gets you in the auction. Every time that's happening, the number, the ticker, is going down by 1. It must be about low, the ticker. Remember that? No. 1 left. £10.99. Kaz, you got the last one. You've saved yourself a tenner.
Price lock.
And Kaz, you've actually saved everybody else a tenner as well, because you're going to get all 3 of those meters for just £10.99. Now, this is not the most exciting auction in the world, I'll be honest and fair, but it's something, again, that I'm sure you're going to want, that I'm sure you're going to love having. This is our linen finish, 240 GSM, 125 sheets of card. $37.99 should be the price. Now, this is the hardest thing for our cameras to shoot, but I'll do my best, and so will our cameras. There we go, look. There we go. Emily's got it. She's our director tonight. There you go, look. So this has got like a linen texture to it, which you can feel and you can actually see quite easily when you're looking at it with your own eyes. But in a bright studio environment, sometimes the white looks a little bit kind of, whoa. So this is great. I'll show you. Actually, I think it's probably Leonie that's done this. If you have a little look here, you can see we put a little bit of ink onto the cardstock, and that kind of shows up the texture really lovely. The back is plain, but the front looks as if it's actually got a stretched linen over the top of it, and it feels like that as well. You're going to get 125 sheets of this cardstock, 240 GSM, so again, this could be a card blank if you wanted it to be. Try to use a scoring tool if you can, because otherwise you don't get a very crisp edge. But actually, having said that, that's not a bad edge at all, just using my thumbnail. But there we are, look, there it is scored into half to make a card blank, and that stands up on its own. So this could be wedding stationery. You could die cut with it as well, that would be lovely. Wanted to die cut apertures or images out of it. $37.99 is the starting price. This is craft price drop, so that's not the price you're expected to pay. Don't forget, of course, it always amazes me with cardstock like this. Obviously, it weighs a lot because it's, you know, thick quality card. We will deliver it without a penny postage being charged if you're a Freedom Club member. Think about that. Now, this price now was the last price that this was sold at. It's the lowest price it's ever been. $37.99 went to $17.99. Everybody that had this last time bought it and saved 20 quid. Happy days. You've saved more than half price. But we're taking it lower. We do this sometimes. So this means it's the lowest price this has ever been. $14.99. Will it go any lower? We've still got 32 sets of this cardstock. So there's lots of opportunities for you to get in. This is, you know, one of those things you don't have to really think about because everyone needs cardstock if they're a crafter. And if you're looking for a quality cardstock, if you go to stationers and they say, well, you want cards or invitations printed on this or on this or on this, this, rest assured, would be one of the more expensive options if you wanted to have that linen background. That's something that's regarded as being kind of top drawer, extra luxury, would command a high price. A bit like when you see satin card and pearlescent card as well. It always attracts a higher price, especially when it comes to stationery. And you can print on this yourself if you want to and make your own invitations, but without that extra price hike that stationers would charge for luxury card. You're getting it at a massively reduced price. It's the lowest price it's ever been, remember? It was $17.99, the lowest price. It's now $13.25. We've beaten that price by £4 and about 70p. 27 left. On this Monday evening, on Craft Price Drop on Hochanda. 125 sheets. You don't have to think about using one or two sheets, or if you muck a sheet up, it's not the end of the world. You've still got another 124 to use. So it's not as if it's massively expensive. It's very, very affordable. How much is it a sheet at the moment, Ross? It's just over 10p a sheet. It's about 12p, isn't it? Yeah, about 11, 12p a sheet. That's pretty good for linen cardstock. Just under 11p a sheet, yeah. 22 sets left. You can buy multiples if you want to have 2 sets. That's fine. That will be $26.50 if it stays at $13.25. You can see that texture now really well, can't you? There it is. Smooth on the back, wonderfully linen textured on the front. We've only got 10 minutes on the show left as well for Craft Price Drop. Where's it gone? Goes so quick. We'll have another one tomorrow morning. Leonie will be here at 7 a.m. bright as a button. Well, she'll be here at 7 a.m. as ever with Craft Price Drop. So there'll be one at 7 o'clock, one at 11 o'clock online as well, and one at 7 p.m. She's funny in the morning. She just trundles in with a cup of tea. Morning. So join her bright and early tomorrow. Wake up with Leonie. £13.24, 4 left then. 3 left. I'm no better that time of the morning myself. I'm the same. I sometimes get to the end of the show and think, where did that last hour go? What did I say during that hour? I wasn't awake. 1 left then at £13.24, saving you £24. Good luck, everybody. Lowest ever price. Who? Paula.
Price lock.
I think you closed one before, didn't you, Paula? You're all over it, Paula, and you've closed that auction for us. Now, this was going to be, if I was allowed to have another presenter choice, it would have been this, I think. Mainly because I just saw this and thought this is going to be popular. Everybody loves a cute animal when it comes to fabrics. Whether it's cushions again you're making, or maybe it could be a cushion for the bed basket. Couldn't it? I've got a cat now that we inherited a few months ago called Maisie. She's lovely. She's the only cat I've ever had in my whole life, and I've had a few over the years, that actually sits on your lap when you ask her to. You pat your leg, she sits on you, and she's happy, she purrs, she sits on cushions that she's supposed to. Yeah. All the other cats I've had in my life, if I bought them something specifically for them, like a cushion to put in their basket, they'd hate the basket, they wouldn't go anywhere near it. They just want a cardboard box. But she's the first cat I've ever had that actually likes what she has, so that's nice. So you could be making maybe a cushion for a dog, because this is our Dachshund. How do you say it, Dachshund or Dachshund? Dachshund. Dachshund? 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 I've got all three answers going on, so pays your money, takes your choice. You tell me how you actually do pronunciation on the email. That would be interesting. Wiener dogs, because they look like sausages. Is that right? Sausage dogs, yeah. Now, they are in three different colours. You've got the beige, you've got the mustard, which is very fashionable. There we are, look. And they both go both directions. They're really cute. Really, really cute. They are so sweet. They've got such great characters and personalities. And then you've got this lovely blue as well. This blue's lovely. It's like a bluey grey. I was having a conversation with my mother the other day. She didn't understand the fascination of blues and greys. She thought it looked boring and dull. I thought, it's what my lounge is. Fair enough. I quite like it. I think quite sophisticated, but yeah. So those are the three. Now the measurements on this, let me just give you that straight away. 0.5 metre by 54. Huh? No. That's not 54. That's not 54 inches wide, that's a metre. That's a metre wide by 0.5 metre long. So yeah, can ignore that. That is a metre, isn't it? There's no way. Have you got that tape measure again, Ben? Cheers, mate. Good job. Just so I'm not imagining it. Cheers. Right, let's have a little look. That is no way 0.5 metre. Hang on. There we go. That is... That's 1.40 meters. Oh, 54 inches. Oh, gotcha. Right, sorry, I'll take that back. So that's 1.40 meters, which is 54 inches long by 0.5 metre. Yes, that is right. Sorry, I eat my words. I'll shut up. It really does. It mixes me up when they mix imperial and metric together. Why do they do that? It totally screws with my head. There we go. Look, so there's your bluey grey Dachshund. How do you say it, John? Dachshund? Dachshund? Dachshund. Dachshund. That's a fourth different way of saying it. So. Cheryl on Facebook says agrees with Ross. Dachshund. Fair enough. I think, do you know what? I think we're all in our own camps with this one. Sausage dog, I think that's the best way down, actually. Yeah, that covers everything, doesn't it, then? Oh, yeah, could be the well-known film. Yeah, there's a character in that well-known toy film. Yeah. But really, love, what are you going to be making? Is it going to be a dog's bandana? Are you going to make a bandana for a Dachshund? How good would that be? Doggy bandanas. Hey. You can make a little outfit for them. How cute would that be? Warm little jackets, put their little tiny little legs through, and they've got their own images on them. Oh, I like that. Okay, £22.50 is what they're down to at the moment, which is £22.50 off, half price. How many? We've got 5 minutes left on the show, have we? We might be able to get one more auction in. Okay, 15 quid. Wow. That is a £30 saving off the price for designer dog fabrics. Thank you very much. Because Dachshunds are designer dogs in my book. They're pedigree, aren't they? Very much. And they're so sweet. And I don't think I've ever seen one bark. They probably do, but everyone I've ever seen has just been kind of waddling along, happy as Larry, waddling from side to side. Saw two dogs at the weekend. We were out in Christchurch down on the south coast, and one dog was chasing another, and they were going for it, playing. But wow, they were going about 30 miles an hour. And they were going around corners, almost bowling people over. It's hilarious, like skittles. Brilliant. They did almost take us out. Great fun though. And they went and dived in the water. It's brilliant fun. An audience. I think that's why I did it. All right, 4 left now. £15, £30 off. Only 4 minutes on the show. Have we got enough time to do another auction? If we're lucky, there's 3 remaining. Good luck with this fabric. From the Mill Shop Online, from Joe and the gang. £15 with 1 chance left to get them in your basket. I've not seen this fabric before. I don't know if it's been on before. Maureen, you got the last Dachshund. Have you got a Dachshund?
Price lock.
How many of you bought that fabric because that's your dog? Maybe the dog's been looking up at the TV going, I want that. Yes, please. Now, we do have a little bit of bling for you to end the craft price drop tonight. A little bit of, not a little bit of bling either, a lot of bling. Now, this is from Craft Buddy, hasn't it? Yeah, I thought so. Got to be Craft Buddy when you're looking at bling like this. This is a real mixture, actually, because I did a show with Dawn earlier today, actually, and they were kind of colour themed. Now, these are a bit of everything. You've got gold, you've got pearlescent, AB pearlescent, which I love those, actually. How unusual are they? They look pearlescent from a distance, but when you get in close, you've got almost kind of oil-on-water look to it. You get various different sizes. You've got gold and you've got silver. Now, we've got 2 minutes to get this price down because we're nearly at the end of the show. You've got little resin flowers here in silver. They actually feel like they're metal rather than plastic as well. Let's get that price down from £47.76, £24. You've got a 2-minute clock up there. There we are. 2 minutes to get these. Is it going to be the stock that goes first, or is it going to be the clock that goes first? Stock or clock? Now, we've only got 20. Now, that's going to be close. We've only got 1 minute 47 on the clock, and we've got 19 sets of these left. How low can that price go? £24 is nearly half the price. You've got strips of these. As you can see, they're all joined together, so you can decorate things like the back of your mobile phone case, that sort of thing with them, tablets if you want to. You can cut them into strips if you want. Silver and gold. You get these wonderful little flowers, which are silver and gold as well. You get them in the AB coating too. They're all adhesive backed. Some of them, though, are on strips. So these 3 that you can see are actually joined together on adhesive strips. But if you wanted to separate them, just get a pair of scissors. You can easily do that, no problem. I've just got to check with John. Did you get your super liner red tape? Yay! John got his red tape. Hopefully you did as well. Our presenter choice. Happy with the price, John? Good. Thumbs up. £24 for a bit of Craft Buddy bling. We've got 53 seconds on the clock. What's that way? And it's up there. I've done this for long enough, I should know. I've always been used. I'll never be a weatherman. I get all over the place. Right, 5 left. At £24. Is that the lowest price? Is it going to be stock or clock? It looks like stock's going before the clock, actually. 4 left, and there's 30 seconds still on the clock. 3 remaining. We started with 20, and 17 have gone already with 3 left. £24. 21 seconds remaining up there, but only 1 stock remaining down here. Who's going to close the auction? Who's going to get the last one with? Angie, you closed it. It was stock that went first.
Price lock.
Thank you, Angie. Nice one. So, let me just remind you, Craft Price Drop will be back tomorrow morning with Leonie at 7 a.m. bright and early. I'll see you after that at 8 o'clock as well with some jewellery making shows. That's just over there, so that'll be bright and early in the morning tomorrow as well, so lots to look forward to. And of course, the one-day special is on the way next. That will be coming up. Now, whatever you do, make sure, if you aren't a member of Freedom, that you join, because lots of people tonight had to pay £4.95 P&P, and that's really kind of throwing money away. So join Freedom for £6.97, and you don't have to pay postage at all. Have a nice evening. More Craft Price Drop tomorrow at 7 o'clock. This is what's on the way.
Hello, I'm Phil Martin. I'm a member of the Creative Expressions team. Sentimentally Yours is my brand of photopolymer and rubber stamps, and I also have my paper pads and Cosmic Shimmer products that coordinate perfectly. I'm Really looking forward to seeing you all on Hochanda, so please join me for my shows where I can share some of my hints and tips with you.
To all our US viewers, your favourite UK-based craft channel is available on Roku. Simply search Hochanda Crafts in the channel listing and begin streaming. Don't forget, the price you see on screen is the price you pay, and not a cent more. We deliver directly to your door. Now that's service.
Hi, I'm Dawn Bibby. I have been crafting for over 25 years on television, bringing you the very best products, ideas and inspiration. I recently collaborated with Craft Buddy to bring you a new range, Dawn Bibby Creations. This includes dies, stamps, papers, glitters, ribbons, bling, all things sparkly. At Hochanda, I can demonstrate, I can give time to products and hopefully give you my knowledge and help you along the way on your crafting journey. Please watch my shows on Hochanda and I'll continue to bring you incredible products, great prices and lots of inspiration.
Hi, I'm Katrina from Rowan Dean. We're a small family business that design embroidery kits. Embroidery has always been my passion and I'd love to show you how to do some of the stitches and some of the kits. We're based in Derbyshire and I'm really inspired by the landscape and flora of Derbyshire, and I think other people will be too. Our kits are really easy and I hope they inspire you to have a go at stitching. Since we've been on Hochanda, we've had a great time. Everybody's been really friendly and really good. We've met loads of people all around the country who watch Hochanda and find it really inspiring. Don't forget to join me on my Rowan Dean shows on Hochanda.
Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching Hochanda and this is a dedicated show just for you if you're watching us in the United States. We thought it was about time we did one just for you. So welcome. We would love to know where you're watching us today. Please do get in touch via Facebook, or you can email in as well if you want to, studio@hochanda.com. But whether you're East Coast or West Coast, wherever you're watching, you're more than welcome. Let me introduce you to John Lockwood.
Hello.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm good. Now, lots of you may have watched the launch of the one-day special, and you did that a couple of hours ago.
We did, yes.
In the UK. But we're doing a dedicated hour for you in the US now, and over 40% of the entire stock went in the earlier show. So it really is important, if you want to get hold of this one-day special, to do it sooner rather than later. By the way, tell your friends that if they've got Roku, we're on there. You can watch us there. You can watch us on Facebook. You can watch us on YouTube. You can also watch us on our website, hochanda.com. And you can also join the Freedom Club, which means you don't have to worry about shipping and handling charges. It's only $19.99, and that makes everything so simple because there's never shipping and handling on your order, which is fantastic.
No, I have Freedom in the UK, so it's easier for me.
And delivery is about 5 to 7 days, so not long to wait for your order either. John, in a nutshell, tell us about your one-day specials. It's flown.
Well, this is brand new,
Yep.
launched today, so it's not been available anywhere else. No one else has seen it yet. What I want to do is this collection is designed to make you something different. I think we all want to have something different, but it's designed to make you from small cards all the way up to large cards, but it's also mainly designed to make you a box.
Okay.
So if I show this one, just like to annoy Chris, our director, bless him. But what you've got is, this is a little box. It's 5-inch square,
Yep.
and it's ½ an inch deep.
Right.
But of course it opens, and that's everything in that is made using the one-day special.
Wow.
So what you've actually got is you're sending yourself sort of like a little box of joy, but it's all protected. So that will go through the postal system.
Right.
It'll go through the postal system relatively cheaply.
Good.
Because it's not deep.
No.
It's not too deep, it's not too wide. It's very, very strong.
Now, can
So
you
the
imagine?
construction is strong.
Can you imagine trying to make something like that without the dies that are the one-day special today. It will be such a tricky thing to do, lots of measuring, lots of scoring, lots of getting it wrong. The dies mean that you get it right every single time. And not only are you getting the die to actually make the box and the construction, but you're also getting the decorative dies as well, the Oakhams.
You do. So you get the Oakham collection. So in there you actually get the lattice all around the outside. You get the Oakham sort of piece itself with the leaves, you get the circle, you get the shape in the middle and the lattice in the centre. What I wanted to do, and part of what I try and do with my die range, is to give people one single die that will do multiple things. This is made using exactly the same die set as made the first card. This is made using an element from that die set.
Right.
So there you've got a completely different look.
Now, I've got to let you know that the Oakham set in its own right, on its own, that proved very popular in the launch show as well. What was the stock update on that? What was the stock update on the Oakhams? Over 40% gone on that alone, okay? So if you wanted that individually, over 40% of that has gone on its own. But with the one-day special, which is that and the actual main die set together, over 40% of that went in the launch show as well. Now, let me just explain to you how this works in case you've not seen this before or it's a novelty, us talking about dollars and shipping and handling. $69.99 should be our normal price dollars. You've got it with a discount, but you've also got it on FlexiBuy as well. Now, we always say with FlexiBuy, over $80 spend opens up a Flexi opportunity for you, so you can spread the cost into 2 payments. But in this instance, we're actually giving you this on Flexi as well, which is less than $80, but it's 2 payments of $30.50. And again, no shipping and handling if you're a Freedom Club member. If you want to join that today, please do feel free. It's $19.99 for a month, and there's lots of other benefits, badges, membership, newsletters, and of course, no shipping and handling charges. Looking on the website, though, you can see everything else that's there, and that is Hochanda.com. If you have a little look there, you'll see everything to do with the show. You'll see everything that's kind of complementing the one-day special, and it's all in dollars there, and you can, of course, join the Freedom Club there as well if you want to by going to Hochanda.com. So that's $30.50 today on your Flexi if you want to spread the cost into 2. If you aren't a Freedom member, it's $8.95 P&P. If you are a Freedom member, there's no shipping and handling to pay at all. But you can add that to your, it makes sense, doesn't it, to add Freedom membership to your order, $19.99, one-off payment for a month, and no shipping and handling on anything you order from us or on Craft Price Drop as well. Let us know, though, where you're watching us. Email in. We'd love to hear from you. It's studio@hochanda.com on the email, and also you can take part on the US Facebook page, of course, as well.
No, that would be really fun. It's really great. I have a lot of followers, people who follow my blog in America, and a lot of people say to me, where can they get my things from? And we don't have anyone in America, so Hochanda is the only place to actually get stuff sent straight and quickly to the US.
Interact with us. We are live. We can talk to you now. It's just after 8:05 in the UK, but in America, on the East Coast, 12:05. And in the West Coast, it is 3:05. So, well, you know that because you're there. Oh, it's the other way around. Okay. Tell me again. East Coast, 3:05 in the afternoon. West Coast, 12:05 lunchtime. Thank you. But you know that because you're there. But anyway, right. Okay.
And we don't. Which day is it there? No, let's not even ask.
Yeah. Right. Let's move on then and show you some other things that John's bringing us today. Take a little look at this. This is a die and a stamp set together, which I think you'll agree is brilliant. Everyone loves a poppy across the pond and in the UK as well. $27.99, $5 saving on the introductory price on this. This is John next door's blousy poppy?
Blousy poppy.
Right. I've not heard that before.
I've called it that because to me it's almost like you can use it for a Himalayan poppy, which is the blue poppy.
Right.
But it's more of a traditional poppy that you'd see growing out in the fields. It's more of that. I've seen very tight ones before. And to me, when I designed it, I looked at that and I thought, that just looks blousy, which in the UK means sort of very sort of frondy and everywhere. It's sort of, you know, blowing around. And that's what I wanted to get in this. Because if I just bring this in and I'll show you, I'm just going to move this one out of the way in the minute. So running down the side, we've got 4 examples of what we can actually achieve with the actual die on its own. So you've got the sort of poppy, then you've got the sort of almost like a chrysanthemum or the Himalayan poppy. There's a rose made with it. And just here you've got, again, a poppy with a different sort of centre. But you can see there in the foam how sort of blousy it looks.
Yeah. So you've not used just cardstock here. You've used all
no,
sorts
we've
of
used
different
foam and create paper and all sorts of things.
Fantastic.
If you look down the other side, this is what's different about it. If you've had stamp and die sets that match in the past, usually what happens is you have a single stamp. So you'd have 6 single stamps, or you'd have a collection of 3 in a bunch. And what you would do is stamp those individually or together, and then line the dies up and cut them out. This is one stamp, and it has these two marks on the corners.
Yeah.
They are registration marks, and I'll show that when I come to demo. But if we move down to the die, you can see the die is in one single plate as well.
Right.
So the idea is you stamp one stamp, then you line up the corners, which I can never get my fingers in the right place. So you get them in the same corners,
Yeah.
lay it over and cut it, which means it gives you 6 flowers cut out and stamped in one stamp on one pass of your machine.
Brilliant.
Something different I came up with, but again, I'll show you that in the demo and it'll make more sense then.
Well, first emails come through. Hello, Lucy. Oh, Ruthie, sorry, beg your pardon. Hello, Ruthie. She's in New York State. Hello, Ruthie. She's snowed in at the moment. Ooh. There's snow over a lot of, well, Europe as well at the moment. Greece is
I've not
Austria
seen anything at all, to be honest. Normally I get pictures. I used to live in Spain, and I get pictures from friends over there saying, look, we've got snow.
Yeah.
But it's not happened this year yet.
Wow.
Sorry, it's so cold.
The planet's changing, isn't it?
It is.
Let's have a little look, though, at some of the cars that we made with these. They are stunning. They really, really are. And I dare say if you use them in different colours, they can look like different
Well, they
flowers,
can. I mean,
not
what
just
you've
poppies.
got here is this is made of crepe paper, just in red to give you a classic poppy.
Yep.
This is another one by Leslie Lakin. And what she's done is done them in gold.
Lovely.
But I'm just going to sneak back, because I want to show you this made by Mrs. Duck.
Ooh, hang on. Now you're talking.
Now this is where she's made them and just crinkled the paper
That looks so real.
and made them almost, they're almost like,
Chrysanthemums?
not chrysanthemums, the other one begins with C, that I can never
Carnation?
think of. Carnations. They're almost like carnations
I agree
there.
with you, actually.
And she's just used a little bit of the purplising pigment inks just to make those flowers, added the foliage in. And it's beautiful, and I know that wreaths are really, really popular.
Yeah.
And this is something I'd love to have on my door for spring.
And remember, this is a US show. We're making this show just for you. No one else can actually see this show unless you're watching us in the USA. $27.99 gets you the die and the stamp set that will allow you to create wreaths like that. Add it into your order today, into your flexi order. If you're going to go for the one-day special, you can add that into your flexi order. Only $14 to pay today, then $14 in 4 weeks' time. And debit or credit card, you choose how you want to actually pay for it. And if you do want to have, of course, shipping and handling not an issue, shipping and handling covered, all you have to be is a member of our Freedom Club, which is $19.99 for a month's membership. Whether you're in the East Coast or West Coast or any part of the USA, that will take care of your shipping and handling. Otherwise, standard shipping is $8.95 for an item and $1 per extra item in the same order after that, okay? So it makes sense. If you're buying all 3 bundles today, that would be, what, $11, $12 worth of shipping and handling. Join Freedom at $19.99. You don't have to worry about postage or shipping for a whole month. Okay, now the next set we've got for you is this one just here from Crafts 2, which is John's next door. This is the ferns and the leafy as well. The leafy flourish and the ferns, 6 dies in total for $27.99. You can never have too many things like this.
You can't. I love foliage. These were designed to be slightly bigger. So you've got the ferns there, and you've got 4 of them, 2 different styles, mirror images. Then you've got the leafy flourish, and again, this is mirror image, and I feel that's really important. So how many times have you cut a swirl of leaves and it goes to the left and you need it to the right? So what I've done with this die is you get a complete mirror image. So you've got a piece that will go to the left and a piece that goes to the right. And they just create, if I bring sort of this one in, hopefully you can see, they just create the most perfect spray to put your flowers on.
Yeah, love
Again,
it.
you could just do the little flowers and the flourish, and there's a card done. It doesn't have to be of this size, but they just really work. I'll bring another one in where I've used it with a slightly different flower there. But you can see how all the work is done for you with placing the foliage. Instead of placing individual leaves, it's all done for you on the die itself.
Now, can I just let you know the ways of making an order? If you're watching the show, you're thinking, oh, I'd like to order, I live in Wisconsin, or I live in Miami, or I live in New York, or wherever you may live. The phone number is 272 200 0300. Okay, so that's 272 200 0300. That's the phone number to call. The operator will take your order and it'll get to you within 5 to 7 days. If you'd rather do it on the website, then that is hochanda.com, or the app as well is also there for you to download, and you can order that way as well. This explains a little bit more though about how you can order from us and enjoy our shows in the USA.
Have you ever shopped with us at Hochanda before? We are the home of crafts, hobbies and arts, a shopping channel based in the UK that delivers worldwide. That's right, we ship to your door wherever you live. You can watch us online at hochanda.com, on our bespoke app available on iOS for Apple iPhone and iPads, and Android phone and tablets, Roku, and through Facebook Live on Crafting with Hochanda USA. Did you know that for only $8.95 per item, you can have your crafty shopping delivered directly to your door within 7 days? When you see something you like demonstrated, head to our website or app, place your order, and within a few minutes your item will be on its way to you, directly to your door, usually within 7 days. Alternatively, call the number on screen, which is 272 200 0300. Remember, the price you see on screen is the price you pay. However, why don't you become a Freedom member? Thousands of you already benefit from exclusive members discounts, monthly newsletter, members badge, and not forgetting free shipping for the whole entire month. Purchase Freedom membership for just $19.99 per month and join thousands of crafters who are already members and leave the rest to us. Now that's service.
So absolutely, we're really lovely. We're really glad that you're watching us, and we're really glad to be there, and that we're broadcasting across the USA right now. Where are you watching us? What are you watching us on? Let us know. Are you watching us on our website? Are you watching us on Facebook? Are you watching us on YouTube? Or are you watching us on Roku? I know lots of you have got that over there. So let us know, and we'll give you a little name check and say hello like we did to... Who was our first person that we said hello to? That was Ruthie, wasn't it? Yeah. So yes. We'll give you a name check and say hello. Now, tell us where you are and whether it's snowing or not. Right.
Yeah, I don't think it's snowing across the whole of America somehow, Dave. No. But, you know, yeah. I remember I went to New York in March.
Right. Was it
a few years ago. It was -11. Ooh. It was very, very cold. It was worth it. I did a lot of shopping, but it was very, very cold.
York in the winter.
I love that. I love that city. Right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start by using the scene box card.
Okay.
So if you've not come across the sort of scene box card idea before, it's really simple. As you said earlier, if you wanted to make this by measuring, what you'd actually have to do is measure out and score this square, and then the 4 flaps for the sides, then the 4 flaps to tuck around the inside, and then the bit. Life's too short.
I'd lose the will.
I really do. I think life is too short for measuring, to be honest. We know that just by cutting this, we will get a 5x5 box. Now, I want to have a pattern in there, so I'm going to actually use the oakum die.
Right.
And I'm going to use the outside line from it, which has all the lattice, and it just fits exactly. So the designs that could be used on its own, but designed to work with this precisely.
Beautiful.
So we just pop that in, and all I'm going to do is just simply take a piece of card. I'm using a shell pink.
Do you need any specific machinery for these to work? Or?
This will fit through any machine that has an 8-inch aperture.
Right.
So this would be US letter size.
Right.
So things like your Gemini, your classic Spellbinders Platinum, your Big Shot Plus or your Big Shot Pro.
Right.
Whatever sort of large aperture machine you've got.
Mechanical or
mechanical or electric, whichever one you've got. But if you can see that, what actually happens is we've just cut this, don't have to emboss it. I designed the die so that the lines are extremely thick. If I just peel this out, you can see you get all of the embossing lines in there. It's really hard to see on this colour.
The die knows where to cut, and the die
knows where to cut, and the die knows where to emboss. So you don't actually have to do anything. You can see there where you've actually got you've got a line that's pressed in. So I've not had to rerun that through, because again, I'm one of those people whose life's too short for embossing a die. You know, there's no point. But all we do then, if you can see, it's just come out really cleanly. Every piece is out, really quite simple. Yeah, all the lines are there, so I'm just going to now turn it over onto its face and just fold each line. So put my fingers behind, fold the lines in. Quite simple. And you'll find you don't need any scoring tools, you don't need a bone folder, because the lines are pressed in by the die. And just a little bit of pressure.
Cardstock you use?
I'm using a 250 GSM, which equates to about, for US, about £80.
£80, right.
I think is what they call it. So they sort of, is it Nana cardstock a lot of people use over there. I know I follow a lot of what Becca Feakin does, and I think she uses an £80 Nana cardstock for most of hers. It's Solar White or something. So
I'll tell you what, if you're liking the look of the cardstock that John's using in the demo, by the way. Oh, this sold out, did it? Oh, sorry, I didn't realise.
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't do the launch show, so that sold out, sorry. I'm not
it's a
surprised.
lovely
It is
antique
gorgeous.
colour, it is beautiful. But if you can see there, very quickly and folded, we've got the basis of our box. So all I need to do now is included inside the die set, which I didn't explain at the beginning, is you get, let's just take those little bits out. So you get this, which I always call the sort of Art Deco style die, because it's got that real sort of Art Deco, Art Nouveau look.
Lovely.
You also get, take that one out, these two panels which will cut you your apertures, should you want a different shape of aperture or again for matting and layering. And you also get this, which is your flap and your back. So what we're going to do is, for this, I need 2 of these.
Okay.
Now, to me, again, life is too short for cutting things twice. So we put it down. Now, this is a simple square. So there's no little detail. So I have no problem just folding my cardstock in half, popping it down, and I'm going to run 2 pieces through at once.
Okay.
And that will cut me both of them and score the lines in, because that's how the die is designed, to make sure that it can do this, because again it's too short to cut 2.
Hi to a few of you that have got in touch with us so far today. Karen in Florida. Hello, Karen, you're watching. She's saying it's very, very sunny, and she's watching on the app, which is great. You can order on the app as well, so that's nice to know. And someone who didn't leave their name, but they're in Minnesota as well. So whoever you are, no snow in Minnesota either, but nice to know you're watching. And this is going to be a destination hour every single day at this time, no matter where you are in the US. This time for the next month at least, we'll be live to you with your own dedicated show. So that's an 8 p.m. slot for us in the UK, but in America, depending on where you are, depends 12 or 3 o'clock, depending whether you're East Coast or West Coast. That's going to be a dedicated hour every single day for at least the next month.
Excellent. That's quite good. So if you can see there, what I've got is 2 cut.
Yep.
Really cleanly, really simply, because it was a simple shape. And all I do is fold. You can see that I'm not losing the fold line because I cut 2. Yeah. Now, next thing, take one of them and be vicious and cut your flap off. Let's go from the right side, shall we? Because that forms the back. Now, the idea was I could have included a separate die to cut that back panel, but that would have added about $12 onto the price of the die.
Right.
So to me, it made more sense to do that and just take a flap off.
Because everybody can do that.
Because
Depends,
anyone can do that one. So I've got a flap and I've got a back. So what we're going to do now is, this is my front. I'm going to decorate it. So I'm just going to take, here I've got a square of card, and this just in a white. So all I'm going to do is place that where it would fit. Just like that.
Okay.
A little bit of my low-tack tape.
Using that some of that super sticky red liner tape that John probably got
Yes.
in Craft Price Drop. Yep.
That's why I said earlier I needed it. And I'm going to take, when I find it, because I'm notoriously bad for losing things, like every crafter, I put things in the wrong place.
What are you looking for?
I've lost the middle die, my middle die section. See, I'm always doing this. Put it down somewhere stupid. Is there something you can cover a minute while I find it?
Well, I'll say hello to some of you that are actually getting in touch with us today. Cheryl, hello Cheryl. She's in snowy Wisconsin, so it's snowing there as well. Nice to know you're watching, and I'm not sure where you're watching us or how you're watching us, whether it's the app or whether it's Roku or the website. Facebook Live, I think it is, you're watching us there, so that's nice to know. Hello to Kerry, who says hi. Terry with a T, sorry, Terry, who's in New York. Hi, Terry. Nice to know you're watching there, watching on Roku. That's good. She's very glad that she's a Freedom member, not able to pay shipping and handling on anything. That's the way. Anyone else? Stephanie, you're there as well. In South Carolina. Hi, Stephanie. So the audience obviously is in its infancy at the moment. This is the first dedicated live show we've done just for the USA. It's going to build and build and build. So tip off your friends this time every day, even at weekends as well, for the next month at least, possibly going forward. It's going to be a live show for you in the US, which is great. You can watch on Facebook. You can interact with us as well. Crafting on Hochanda USA is our page on Facebook. And, of course, the website hochanda.com and Roku and, yeah. Lots of ways.
So this time I've taken the next die down.
Did you find it all right?
So the second die, no, I borrowed the one from down there.
Oh, okay.
So I've taped it in the aperture.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is then just now take off the top piece. and we're just going to cut that. And what this will do is this will cut for me a piece to go inside,
Right.
and a centre panel to go on the back as well. So just move that out of the way. So that's running through. And what I've done whilst, I would love to say what we've done whilst we were talking, but this is something I prepped earlier. I just put some red liner tape around.
Yeah.
So what I would use is a very super strong tape like the red liner, or I would use a wet glue for this, because you want it to be, when you're making boxes, you want them to be strong and stay strong. And part of the design is that there's some strength in there, so don't spoil it. As one of my favourite sayings my nan used to say, don't spoil the ship for a ha'porth of tar.
I've known that saying for a long time.
Yeah, it's a very old one, but use the right products. So what I get is, this is the waist piece.
It's beautiful
Because
waist.
this is the piece we want, but I designed the die so that this would actually fit to cover that lattice. Get it in the right place.
Nice.
And give us that beautiful line all the way around the inside. Now, normally we would need another die for that. We don't, because the centre die does it for us. And that's what I try to do with all my dies, is design in extra features so that we're not having to spend more money. You know, crafting supplies, if you like me, you've got a massive stash.
And I always like to know that dies are going to do more than one thing. And I mean, OK, this is making a box in this demonstration, but it's also making a fantastic aperture card as well. So it's at least 2 or 3 things in one, isn't it?
It is. That's what I wanted. I think that's what we all want as crafters and makers. We want products that will do more than one thing. It's great if we're going to make 50 of these boxes, but we want to be able to make lots more. I mean, there's a tissue box there made from it.
Oh, huh. Yeah.
Which Mrs. Duck's done by making 4 of the boxes together.
Mrs. Duck is?
Mrs. Duck is my best friend. She's a brilliant person who makes samples for me. But she just makes absolutely beautiful samples.
And look, this is showing you how the die can be used, not for just cutting out, but actually for embossing and debossing into it as well. So that's just using different formulation of plates and that sort of thing. So it doesn't,
yeah, it is. I can again try and show that in another show.
That's gorgeous.
So, what we've got then is, I've taken one of the backs and I've already put some tape on it. I'm going to take the flap off. Just going to then, I'm going to wet glue on this occasion because I don't know where I've put my red line tape, which is why I needed to order some more.
You should have told me. I'd have brought it over for you.
No, I put it somewhere. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I would imagine, I'd love to know if there's crafters in the US. Are you the same? You start out with a massive amount of space, but within 20 minutes you're working in a 6 by 6 inch square.
Yeah.
This is certainly the way I always seem to work.
I think a lot of people are nodding.
What we're going to do is just going to take off the red liner tape, but if you notice, it's on 3 sides, not the 4th side, because I want this box to be able to open in case you want to put gifts in or to put the sentiment in. So I take the end and glue it to the flap. I've put the glue on there, so let's fold those in, and then simply fold that up to the edge, come into that side, to the edge, and there we go.
Look at that.
We've made our box with the depth. That just slides in to close it, and we've got all that strength. And to put the flap on the front, simply take the other piece, and what you need to do with this, fold the front and fold it back on itself, and repeat that 2 or 3 times. What that actually does is you want it to be floppy.
Yeah, like a living hinge.
Yes, because it's got to hinge both directions. The number of times I did these at first and didn't fold it both ways, and found I couldn't get it open because it didn't want to fold that way. So make sure where the top is, it's there. Place your front on. Again, I would probably use red line tape, but I don't know where I've put it. But then, this glue takes a couple of minutes to go off.
Now think about what you
But
put
then
in
we've
a
got the
box
start
like
of
that.
our box.
I mean, you could put acetate in there if you wanted to. You could leave it open, like we've done there, if you wanted to. That could have a lovely silk scarf in it. It could have a piece of jewellery in it. It could just have a lovely sentiment in the middle of it. And you said before, again, it's not a massive amount of money to post this, is it? Shipping and handling on something of this sort of size is not much.
It's not, no. I mean, I know we have a tradition in the UK of making quite large cards. But I think we're getting into making smaller cards. But this sort of, to me, the 5x5 is just so cute. And again, it's not going to take too much postage. It's not going to take, there's no weight in that.
No.
But there is actually a lot of strength.
And do remember, you're watching a dedicated show that's being broadcast to the USA. We're showing you everything in dollars. We're letting you ask any questions if you want to go through our Facebook feed, if you want to email us direct at studio@hochanda.com. We're live on Roku, we're live on YouTube, we're live on hochanda.com. We're also live on Facebook as well, remember. And if you've got any questions for John, John Next Door's range isn't available in the US, so this is the only way you can get it.
This is the only way you can get it in the US. There isn't anyone distributing it in the US.
And isn't it nice to know that you're getting something that not many people will have a chance of getting unless they're in the right place at the right time, namely this show right now. Give us a call. The number is 272-200 0300, or if you'd rather order on the website, then that's absolutely fine, or on the app as well. Now, the one-day special, which is what we're talking about here, this fantastic die set, the square scene box and the Oakham lattice die collection, half the stock of that has now gone. And it's $30 today and 50 cents and $30.50 in 4 weeks' time if you want to spread the cost with Flexi. Flexi is something that you can have. We'll talk more about that a bit later on in the show, but have a little look at this. There's the website. So if you go to hochanda.com, you can see everything that is there, and you've got the poppy, and of course you've also, of course, got the stamps there as well. Let's show you how the Flexi order actually works, because if we put a couple of things into our, you could just go for the one-day special because that's obviously offered on Flexi. But if you click on Flexi order, that's the price, of course, with shipping and handling. But if you're a Freedom member, don't pay $10.45 delivery. Join Freedom, which is $19.99, and then that $10.45, whatever it was, will disappear. And then you won't pay a single penny in shipping and handling on anything you buy from us for the whole month. So $19.99 is basically all you pay for the Freedom membership if you're in the US. Doesn't matter what state you're in, doesn't matter whether you're East Coast, West Coast or whatever, you too can enjoy the benefits of Freedom, and your badge will be on its way. This though is the one-day special. We have one item a day that's called a one-day special at a very special price just for a 24-hour period. Now remember, this particular hour where you're watching us in the US right now will be live every day for at least the next month. It's like a trial that we're doing, and we're already getting lots and lots of feedback from you, so that's nice to know. But tell your friends, it's only something that's going to build and build and build when you realise that we're actually broadcasting live to you. Everything's in dollars. Everything, of course, will be delivered to your door within 5 to 7 days. This, though, is today's one-day special from John Lockwood, who you met earlier on, and the John Next Door range, which is only available in the US from us. So this is the only way that you can get this. And in the crafting world, it's quite nice to have something that is a little bit exclusive that not everyone can go down the high street to get. So maybe you want to join us today and order this today. Let me show you a few of the finished samples that we've got here to show you the sort of thing that you can do with this, because this is a die set that will create the most amazing boxes or frames or both. I mean, this is something that would look lovely in anyone's home, home sweet home. Just 3 of those joined together and then hung with a little bit of decorative ribbon that you can see there as well, and it's absolutely beautiful. Here's another version of this. You're going to get, remember, the Oakham dies as well as the actual box dies themselves. Leslie Lakin has made this, which I think is stunning. Look at this, a baby wall hanging. If you know that you got one on the way, then imagine being able to make one in pink or blue or whatever, or maybe it's going to be a surprise. $30.50 today is all you have to find. No shipping and handling if you add Freedom membership to your order, and $30.50 in 4 weeks' time. You can spread interest-free the cost of your one-day special. This is a well-done card or box. And look at this, totally different. But inside we've got a little scroll, which is like a graduation. Congratulations on your graduation, which is really lovely. This, I think, is absolutely stunning. Anyone that received this, I'm sure, would absolutely love it. Look at this. You've got not only a little gift of tea lights in there as well, we've also got some chews in there too. There could be a picture inside this one. We've got some acetate in there, so making it look like a window. But beautiful, beautifully done. And that's 1, 2, 3 of them joined together, given a living hinge, tied together with some ribbon. Absolutely stunning. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Gorgeous. And here's another one. So this is like the centre of the oakum dies. You've got the outside lattice, but you've also got all these decorative dies for the inside as well. Beautiful. So if you want the one-day special, all you've got to do is pop it into your order right now. 996887 is your item number. There it is. You get both together, saving yourself $9 off the price and splitting it into 2 payments if you would like to. $30.50 today and $30.50 in 4 weeks' time. 996887. And half the stock for the day has gone. And we're live, of course, at just after 1:30. Tell us where you are. Tell us where you're watching. We'd love to give you a name check. Email us, studio@hochanda.com, or indeed you can interact with us on our Facebook page as well. That is Crafting with Hochanda USA. If you put that into the search box at Facebook, that will pop up, and you can join the little community there, and also give us a like if you want to too. Now, we've also got John's Poppies for you. Now, these have been very, very popular today. $25.19 is all this is. This is a Freedom price as well, which is a discounted price just for Freedom members. You can still buy it if you're not a Freedom member. You just pay a little bit more for it, and you have to pay your postage or shipping and handling, which here today would be $27.99 plus $8.95. So join Freedom, you get it for $25.19 delivered, and you're going to get the beautiful stamps and dies that match. And we'll show you a little demo in this show as to how this is working in a second. But I think you'll agree, when you see what they make, they are just to die for. They're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous quality, looking like carnations or poppies. You can make them, give them a twist to make them look really however you wish. Look at this one, looking like a lovely carnation here with the crinkled edges. Absolutely stunning. So the stamp stamps out the image, the die cuts out what you stamped perfectly. They look so real, and this is using the one-day special and the poppies all together. So this is a Freedom discounted price of $25.19, including your shipping and handling if you're a Freedom member, if you love your poppies. And then finally, we've then got our ferns as well. They're also just a godsend to have. If you want to add them into your order, please feel free to do that. You can never have too many of these. They really add to the way the poppies look. And you can, just really go to town with them. And you've got, like John said before, the mirror image. So you've got a lefty and a righty of each of them. That's really, really handy. So $27.99. That's $368,165. You're getting 6 dies in total. And that is, again, a great price, which you can add maybe into your Flexi. If you're going to go for the one-day special and that's got Flexi attached to it, you can pop those into that Flexi order and spread the whole cost of everything, if you want to, over the 2 payments. $368,165 is your item number. Take a little look at this. We're broadcasting live across the USA. So all of those wonderful cards and wonderful projects that you saw there, looking fantastic, using the one-day special, and that's what we're kind of highlighting and majoring on. And I've just got to show you this again, because I didn't realise just how beautiful this was until you pointed it out to me. Look at this. Is stunning.
It is beautiful. She's done an amazing job, and all she's done is place the dies into her die cutting machine, taped to a card with just the standard, with her embossing mat over the top, and embossed it, not cut it.
Wow.
So it puts all that detail in. Can you imagine putting some sort of the treasure gold over the top and some waxes and things like that? You could do some amazing things with it.
So not just boxes, not just cards, but, wonderful things that you'd love to have on your dressing table or your sideboard or wherever in the home. It's a work of art, it really is.
Yeah, she's done amazing with that. She really has, bless her.
Okay.
So, what I thought I'd do was explain and show you how we make the poppies using the poppy stamp and die, because it is slightly different if you haven't seen this idea before. So, I'm using a stamp press. This is my press to impress. You can tell it's mine because it's lovely and clean, not?
Well loved.
It is well loved, and one of my favourite phrases from a sentiment there, all about chocolate.
Is that a mistake that it's on there, or was that?
No, it was a mistake, but I love it though. It says, chocolate doesn't ask silly questions. Chocolate understands.
Yes.
Now, what I'm going to do is pop a piece of A4 card in. So this is standard A4, or this would be US letter size.
Right.
Which I think is slightly bigger. But what I've done is I've made the stamp, and you see it's a single stamp. This has been designed so it will fit at 4 times onto a full sheet of card.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that you're guaranteed to get at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18, 24 from a piece of card. I hate wasting card. I know people say, oh, it's only a piece of card or paper.
Yeah, but you've paid hard money for it, so...
You have. You wouldn't take a dime or something and throw it in the bin.
No.
You wouldn't do that.
No.
So why would you do it with a piece of paper or card? You don't. So I'm just going to close my lid and just going to ink it up. I'm using VersaFine, which is just a good standard stamping ink. So I'm just going to ink that all over.
Now, Martha's emailed in. Hello, Martha. She's
Hello.
in Texas, watching on Roku. Hi, Martha. Nice to know you there.
I have Roku in my craft cave.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
The little box that I use to watch TV is actually powered by Roku.
Ah. Well, she's saying that she enjoys watching Hochanda because they don't actually have craft shows in the USA. That's why we're doing this, because we know you don't, and we want you to enjoy what we do, and that's great to know you're watching us.
That's really nice, yeah. And
Spread
the
the word in
great thing
Texas.
about Hochanda as well is we get to show a lot more demos.
Yeah,
I love doing that.
Yeah.
But if you can see here, what we've got is it's stamped out these 3 large and 3 small. Each one is a different size. But you've also got these silly little black marks. Now, these are registration marks, the same as you get in printing.
Right.
So when you take the die, you'll see that the die fits between these 2 registration marks. So all you do is line it up with those 2 marks, tape it down and cut it. So instead of having to go through and look through the die, so what you'd normally do is you'd have to look through the die and try and find the right place. No, all you do is match to these corners.
Right.
That's it. So 1 stamp,
So that's something, again, that makes your
1 die cut.
process pretty unique. It's your twist on...
I came up with this a couple of years ago when I was doing some different ones and I was stamping them out and I was doing a demonstration.
Sometimes it is difficult to line, dies up exactly. So having those little corners, if you got those straight, they're going to be a perfect match.
You do, and I was doing too many and I was having to cut loads of them and it was really getting on my nerves. And I thought there's got to be a better way.
Yep.
And the other thing is, of course, with this system, what it means is, so here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6, where are you hiding? Oh, there we go. So I've
6
got
at once.
all 6 at once, plus centres, because I didn't want to waste the metal. You've paid for it. So you get 3 of the centres as well.
Right.
But if you notice, the difference is the stamping is right to the edge. Normally, again, with dies that match stamps, there is a line around there where the die sits. So you could see through.
So this has done away with that.
So that's done away with that. So you don't have a flower with little marks to sort of show the shading at the edges that starts a 1/4 of an inch in. They start at the edge. So that's what I wanted.
Brilliant.
So already to me, if I look at the difference, I've gone from same colour, but the black just makes it pop more.
Now, I'm intrigued to know, in the USA, poppies in the UK are massive, absolutely huge. Probably one of our most important flowers, I'd say. Are they popular and are they as loved in America? Let us know.
I've never thought of that, actually. It's a very, very British flower, isn't it?
Well, if it is a flower that you're not used to seeing in the US, maybe it's a flower you'd like to have as a die because it's pretty unique and pretty special to you. Or maybe you do have lots, I'm not sure. Let us know.
So, what I'm going to do now is I just want to add a little bit of shading. Now, what I find the easiest, this I'm using is pigment ink.
Yeah.
This is by a French company called Aladdin, and the brand is Ink.
Right.
I can get that right. I always get it wrong and call it Ink. It's Ink. Now, I'm using pigment ink. Now, pigment ink, for anyone who doesn't know, this is a mix, effectively, of colour and glycerin.
Right.
What that means is that the glycerin is slower drying. So if I put a blob down on a piece of card, if I do that with a normal standard ink, that's there forever. I can't blend that out, certainly if I'm using a distress ink or a water-based ink. Because it doesn't dry...
Oh, look at it go. So the glycerine helps it spread?
It helps it spread because it's not dry. If I put that down like that, That's wet, and that will stay wet for about 30 to 40
I can see
minutes.
like a shimmer. Is that the glycerine?
That's the glycerin.
Right, got
It's
you.
not mixed with water, it's mixed with glycerin. But what that actually means to us as crafters, or to me certainly as a lazy crafter, is I'm taking so much off because I put too much on there. It's so easy to blend. So all
Now,
I'm
these
doing...
inks we've got on the show, haven't we, as well?
We have, yes.
Okay, so they're on the website if you want them, or we can pop them up on the screen. There they are, 354938. They're $13.99, and you're getting for white, red, ruddle, brown, and black. What's ruddle?
Ruddle is a sort of rich red.
Oh, okay.
It works really well when we're doing the poppies. I'm going to be doing that tomorrow with white.
Okay.
So, but if you can see, what actually happens is, by using the black, it darkens the red. You would naturally think to darken red, you would use a darker red. If you put a darker red on top of another red, it won't do much. It'll just make it more translucent. The black darkens it. If we want to add darkness, add darkness. You see how alive that looks? A little scribble in the middle.
It's very realistic, isn't it?
But it looks... It's already 3D before it's 3D. So here we go. Just do the last one.
I can't believe how juicy those inks are.
They are amazing. I'm still on my first. And
Really?
It's got to be over 2 years now.
Wow.
And they're only tiny.
Right.
That's what I love about them, because you can carry loads of them. So now I'm just going to bring in... Oh, I'm going to mark my foam. No, I'm not. So this is the Blossom Toolkit that I'm using.
And this is the Blossom Toolkit that's here. So this comes in a wallet. You've got the tweezers, which are... Are they the
They're reverse tweezers.
So you release them and they grip.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So much easier.
And then you've got ball tools. You get 3 ball tools, all double-ended with different size balls for your shaping.
You have. So what I'm going to use this time is size number 3.
Right.
So I'm using, you've got the largest 1, 2, this is the middle size one, number 3. And for the poppy, now I know traditionally with flowers, what we would do is, this is the foam in the, this is the foam that you get, and this is a very dense foam.
Right.
So this isn't sort of like the stamping foam, this is what I used to use. Normally with a flower you would go around the edge, and then you would scribble in the middle and bowl it out. That's not right for the flowers.
Right.
What we're going to do is turn it to the front, and all I'm going to do is drag lines very hard out from the centre. I am, and that's why the foam is important.
So you won't go through the cardstock because the foam's so dense.
Exactly, whereas when I used to use a stamping mat, it was too soft.
Right, yeah.
So you need a really good, firm, proper flower foam.
And that comes with the toolkit as well.
That comes with the toolkit,
and it's on the screen now, $20.99, plus your shipping and handling, unless you're a Freedom member, and you don't have to pay that $8.95.
If you can see then, now that's how poppies are. They are creased.
Yes.
They aren't gathered. So we'll make one large one up. So again, I'm going to do exactly the same with the next size down.
I've got poppies in my garden, and I love them, but they only flower for about 2 weeks.
They're a very delicate flower.
Yeah.
People think they're quite robust, and they're not.
I go to work one day, I come back a couple of weeks later, and they disappeared. And it's like,
So basically, they're there, and then you go to work, and when they tell you to get back to your home, they're gone. Yeah.
So these, obviously, are indestructible, and they'll just look fantastic forever.
So I'm just really hard pressing out. So what if you wanted to make 3 different sizes, the way they're designed is that you would use the same size again and you would rotate it, because that's designed to cover it up. However, we're going to make just one up, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue in. I'm using hot glue for speed. So I'm going to rotate this next one, so you can see where there's the gap. I put the solid petal and the 2 others.
Yeah.
I'm then going to put a blob of glue in, and I'm going to randomly pop that one in. So we're starting to get that real poppy look.
It's looking good.
But then I'm going to take the centre and just add the black pigment ink. Because again, why would I waste black card to make the centre? I might as well just use the ink, ball tool round it, little bit of ink in the centre. There we go. Do you know, it works every time at home, that.
Not on live TV, though.
No, there we go. And there we've got
a very realistic looking poppy.
But that's only come from stamp and red card.
gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely
And
beautiful.
it's easy.
Yeah.
That's what I like. To me, I call it bloke crafting. We want things easier.
Yeah. And I love the fact as well that the shape and size of the stamping stamps themselves, you can get that 4 times on one sheet of standard cardstock. So
Yeah, and you've got, of course, don't forget, I've used just 3 of the 6 to make up one big poppy. I've got these smaller ones, which again I can shade and use as centres, but also I can actually shape those without even colouring them to make tiny poppies.
So cute.
Or they actually work really well and make you, I can never think of the name of the flower. No, it's the, I can never remember it. I'll remember it one day.
Peony?
It's that sort of peony. That's it, yeah. If you change the colours, you will get a peony look from those as well.
Myself with that one.
Well done, Uncle Dave.
So $20.99 is the price if you want the Blossom Toolkit with the foam, the moulding foam as well, $20.99, and that is, remember, a delivered price if you're a Freedom Club member. More and more and more of you are joining in the USA as well. It's $19.99 for Freedom membership. That takes care of all of your shipping and handling for the whole month that you're a member. If you want to opt in and opt out, you can do that, or you can renew it each month. It's entirely up to you. But when you realise how much you've saved on shipping and handling, and things are delivered to you between 5 to 7 days after you've purchased, on our website, or indeed you can use the app. Lots of you use the app, which you can download for free or from your app provider. And also you can call us as well. If you'd rather do that and talk to someone, it's 272-200-0300 is the number. That's 272-200-0300 if you'd like to order via the phone and you're in the USA, whether it's East Coast or West Coast, it doesn't matter. We're broadcasting you live today at just coming up to 10 to the hour with John with his one-day special, and the poppies, of course, as well, which are just also very, very popular too. And if we just have a look at this, Janice, who you'll meet, I'm sure, in shows to come, she's going to tell you more about why it's a good idea to join the USA Freedom Club.
Hello everyone, I've got a minute or two to tell you why you should all be members of Hochanda Freedom. Did you know that with Hochanda Freedom you could be saving on your deliveries every month? For just a $19.99 monthly fee, you'll benefit from free shipping, which means the more you spend with us, the more you save. And do you know the best bit? You can continue for as long as you like or simply cancel at any time. Becoming a member of Hochanda Freedom, you will also be able to take advantage of our exclusive Freedom members discounts, where you can save anything up to 20% on an already fantastic Hochanda price. As a Freedom member, you will also receive our exclusive members badge and Freedom newsletter, which will keep you updated with all the goings-on behind the scenes. Look at all these benefits for $19.99 per month. Over 12,000 of you are already members, and we thank you so much for being part of our family and sharing your crafting passion with us. In fact, I'm going to hand over to you guys to tell everyone else about your experience with Hochanda Freedom.
I'm a Freedom member, which means I can shop a lot.
It's the discounts and all the special offers you get.
I get special offers, I get special discounts. They tell me when everything's happening. So if there's a special show I want to watch, then it's there.
I'm able to just shop when I'd like.
It's just good to have. Yes, you do save. If you buy like I do, you save.
You see, you could be a member instantly for $19.99 per month with no monthly obligation. So when you want to cancel, you can. Just give us a call or go to our website quoting the item number 88888. So remember, you can get free shipping, exclusive Freedom discounts, members badge, and members newsletter. So what are you waiting for? Join Hochanda Freedom today and become a member of the growing Hochanda family.
And then watch people across America walking down your street with Freedom badges and clock them and go, oh, you're in that as well.
I haven't put mine on, actually. I don't know where I've put it.
Oops, I've got mine on.
Got yours either.
It's on my other waistcoat. Oops, forgot. But yeah, you do get a Freedom badge. Right, now the one-day special that John is bringing us today, we're live, remember, across the United States. It's the first time we've actually had a dedicated live hour for you across America, which is fantastic. And we'll be doing this every single day at this time, at least for the next month, possibly even longer. So watch this space. But make it a destination time wherever you are in America. Every day this time, we'll be saying hello and giving you a chance to get the one-day special, which today, from John's John Next Door range, this is $30.50 on Flexi. And you're saving $9, okay? So it's $60.99 in full. If you want to pay in full, you can. Otherwise, you can have on Flexi, which is just 2 payments, one today and one in 4 weeks' time. Tell us again about the main die here, because it's actually a box, or it's not just a box, it's a card. It could be, couldn't it?
It can be used as a card, it can be used as a box,
Yeah.
it can be used to go on the front of a card like this. So we've got a little card, like a 6x6 card here, it's just used on the front. It's great to add depth and dimension without sort of, sometimes we add too much foam tape, it's a bit ugly. This adds that depth and dimension for you, but it makes a brilliant gift. And of course, all of these open.
Ah, look.
So again, what beautiful wedding invitations or things, or to put gifts in. This one I love, this is by Leslie Lakin again.
Sorry I was such a monster. Ah, but inside, lots of
jelly babies.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's the idea. Plus, then you've got the oakum die, which of course you can use to make all of your different cards. There's sort of piles here again.
Now these are the oakum dies here, and they are various different decorative dies that you can use part of or all of them to decorate the front of the card or the box, whatever you want to do with it.
Yeah, one of the things you'll find is, just want to explain on the packaging as well, they actually come to you like this in these paper envelopes. I have got rid of, they originally in my collection all came in plastic. The sort of plastic clamshell, I think they call it. I got rid of that because of the plastic waste issue.
Yep.
So they actually come in these recyclable cardboard envelopes, and what you'll find inside is just the dies loose. I don't waste any packaging at all. I can't stand waste. If you turn them over, you'll actually find on the back there's also a full-size photograph on the back of each showing you examples of how they've done and linking you to my blog where you'll see loads of more inspiration.
Great.
But I just wanted to explain why they're like this and why you're not looking at the usual, which you know, the usual thing you would be looking at would be a little bit like that. So that's the dies that you're getting inside the packet.
And do remember, these will work in any machine size permitting, whether it's a manual machine or whether it's an electronic machine, they will work for you. And they work together. So it's a great one-day special. This is our first live show dedicated to our American audience and fans of John and fans of crafting in general. I'm Dave Bradford, this is John Lockwood. If we've never met before, great. We're going to be here every single day, or indeed the channel will be, at this time, bringing you the one-day special. And you can order it wherever in America you are watching.
Yeah,
We've also got...
I'm not going to be here every night at 8 o'clock.
Not every night.
I'm very sorry. No.
Now, we've got the poppies for you. Now, this is the one that's got the stamps and the dies that match up. Really clever system to make sure you're getting the die in exactly the right place. You get a perfect cut every time. And remember, size-wise, this is enough, and the size is just right to fit 4 times onto a standard A4 in the UK card, letter plus.
It's usually letter, I think, in America, as
yeah.
I remember.
Okay.
Or foolscap. Is it foolscap? I can never remember. We have completely different sizing.
Yeah, we do.
As card gets smaller in the UK, the number gets higher. In America, it's the other way round. So when I say A6, that means very small, and in the US, I think that's very large.
Right.
So we have to be very, very careful on that.
But let me show you. Here we are. This is the board. This is what you get. So there's the die that cuts out what the stamps have stamped. But look at what you can... This is not just cardstock. This is fabric or foam as well. And they can look like, obviously, poppies, because they're supposed to be, but they can also look like carnations if you want to as well. Or peonies. The small ones look like peonies. So they really are very, very useful and very versatile. £27.99, £5 off. And that is, of course, delivered for that price if you're a Freedom Club member in the USA. And then the last set we've got for you down here are the ferns as well. So these are always handy to have. They'll work well with the poppies too, won't they?
They will. They were designed so that they were large enough to be actually poppy the side of the poppies and would actually work together. So you can see here where they're actually just framing the card, and we've got the smaller poppies on top. Or again here where the ferns are, if I can show you this, you can see the ferns are popping out. They're designed to be large enough to actually work with it. But again, we'll work with lots of different flowers. I love foliage. I can't get enough foliage dies and leaf dies and things like that.
And very cleverly, you've designed that there's a left and a right, which not everyone thinks about, but it's important.
No, every single foliage die is mirrored. So you've got a left and a right, so that it will work on every corner. So you can actually put it on 4 corners and it work perfectly.
And look at it in foil as well, or mirrored card. Isn't that just beautiful? Really is absolutely gorgeous. So if you want your ferns and your leafy flourishes, there's 6 dies in the set. This is $27.99, and that's $368,165. Now, normally we'd say to you that if you wanted flexi, in other words, spreading the cost of your payment into 2, you would need to spend $80 or more. But if you go for the one-day special today that is less than $80, that is actually on flexi. So you could put those into your flexi with that if you want to, if you're going to go for the one-day special. If you want to add it maybe to the poppy order as well, that would only be $14 in your flexi order today and $14 in 4 weeks' time. That automatically comes off your card as well. Now, remember, this has been the first live show dedicated just to our American viewers. We've not done this before. Usually, if we've been broadcasting live, we've been to the UK and America. This has been just to you in the USA. Thank you for all your interaction and getting involved and telling us who you are, where you're watching as well. We've loved your emails. Please do keep them coming in. We'll be doing this same time tomorrow and the day after for at least a month, okay? So tell your friends, hey, did you see that on Hochanda yesterday? You could tune in at this time. Wherever you're watching, it'll be the same time tomorrow and the day after. And we can hopefully build up a lovely rapport and get lots of regular viewers tuning in, which would be really nice.
Lovely.
That'd be great. And who knows where it could lead? You might even have your own channel one day, which would be really nice, wouldn't it? Hochanda USA.
That would be really good.
Really good.
I've not been to the US for about 10 years, so 5 years. I'd love to go back.
Yeah, me too. Okay, stay tuned then. Lots to look forward to here on Hochanda. Thanks for watching and enjoy your purchases. See you soon.
Have you ever shopped with us at Hochanda before? We are the home of crafts, hobbies and arts, a shopping channel based in the UK